Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. Alright, so today I'm going to be reviewing, this is Puzzle Dungeon. Now this is a solo game, so I will be reviewing it solo, because Bethany doesn't do a whole lot of solo gaming. But I've been teasing it for a couple of weeks now, but we're going to be doing a giveaway as well. This game is as well as one other solo game from this designer. This is Brian Garber is his name. It's a self-published game, but we do have a copy of this as well as his other game, To the Death, that we're going to be giving away. If you want to follow the link below to find out all the ways you can get your entries into the contest. Alright, so this is a solo card game, super portable. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So here is the setup for Puzzle Dungeon. Now, the monsters up here, those are going to be the same every time. There's 20 of them. You shuffle them up and make 4 columns of 5 each. The next thing we set up is our arsenal cards. Those are going to be what we use to attack the monsters with. Those are all the weapons that we're going to be using. So you lay out kind of a tableau of 6 cards, and then you also draw a hand of 6 cards that you can use as well. So the arsenal cards that are in the tableau, you can only use them from right to left. So whatever's on top, you have to use that first. If you want to use, these 3 cards, it's fine, but you cannot use like these 2 without using these ones first. The cards that are in your hand, you can use however you want. So the cards in your hand are kind of more flexible. So after we have those things set up, the next thing we need to do is choose our hero. There are a ton of different heroes in the box, and a lot of them are double-sided as well. You have like a regular side, then you have like an advanced side that has that skull on it. I'm going to choose the rogue here. I'm going to set him up right there. Now basically he tells us what our objective is. He wants to kill the monster, 4 of those kinds of monsters, 2 of those, and 2 of those. And those symbols are on the top right of the cards. So we need to kill all of that style of monster, 2 of those green ones, and 2 of the blue ones up here as well. Usually heroes have special abilities. This one says, when you defeat a monster, draw a card. So that's going to get some cards into our hand faster, which is great. It also has a trophy symbol. That means whenever you kill a monster that is not one of the ones you're trying to get as far as your win conditions, it says you can reverse the order of any column, or reverse the order of the monsters in any column. The reason you might try to kill a monster who's not one of the ones that you're looking for is to try to get to the ones that you are looking for. For instance, we need to get that blue symbol behind the banshee. We'll have to kill that werewolf that's in the way to get to that. And that secondary power, as far as manipulating and reversing the order in the columns, that's also going to be a way to kind of get the monsters that we need to attack facing us so we can get to them sooner. But like I said, there's a ton of different heroes in the boxes, and a lot of them are double-sided. They all have different powers, different things they're looking for, and different rewards that they give you. Alright, so now we're all set up. How do we start? How do we fight these guys? So basically we're going to go through, we can use cards from our hand or from the arsenal row to try to attack these monsters. A good one, for instance, is the skeleton. We've got the wand, we've got the glove, we've got the helmet. We're basically looking for one more wand. Obviously, I've kind of stacked the deck, but there is our second wand. So now we can need to spend all 4 of these, put them in a discard pile off to the left, in order to kill the skeleton. Does a couple things for us. First of all, it's one of the ones we're looking for, one of those gray guys there. And secondly, he has an ability on his top left. That is his weapon that he's using against us, I guess. But then also, now that we own him, we can tap it once during the game to use one of those symbols. It's another way of getting these symbols to fight the other monsters. Now, a lot of the monsters also have abilities of their own. This one says, shuffle the bottom 5 cards of the discard pile into the deck. So that's great. We can take these cards, put them back in the deck. Why is that important? Because if we run out of cards in the deck before we've killed the specific things that we're looking for, we lose the game. So anytime that you can cycle cards back from the discard pile into the deck or into your hand, it's always a good thing. So I mentioned that a lot of the heroes are double-sided. Now, the monsters are also double-sided as well. So some abilities might make them become their king side, the monster king side. Just to show you the skeleton. Its abilities are much more harsh, much harder to fight. They don't really give you an award as well, other than maybe some abilities might on your heroes. So some card effects might make that happen, but the main way that you get to those monster kings is after you've completed 3 of a symbol of monster, the 4th one automatically flips over and becomes a king monster. So for instance, we've got to kill all 4 of these gray guys. So once we've killed 3 of them, the 4th one will become a gray monster automatically, and we've still got to get to it in order to win the game. So the game's going to continue like that. When you need new cards, you're going to take them from the lineup, or take them from the deck, you're going to put them in the lineup. You're going to, you can tap these guys to use their symbols in the top left of the card. And once they're exhausted, they are exhausted the rest of the game, unless some abilities say otherwise. So you're going to use the cards in the arsenal lineup here, the cards in your hand, as well as those symbols on the monsters to keep on fighting more monsters until you've either accomplished the goal on the card or you've run out of cards in your deck. So if you are able to defeat all the monsters listed on your hero card before the deck runs out, you win the game. I had a ton of fun with this game. I mean, the way the monsters line up and you have all these different abilities to get triggered, you have just a huge stack of heroes that you have to work with. A lot of them are double-sided, and they all have different abilities. So there's so much replayability. And not only that, just even without the hero cards, there being that many of them, just the way everything's shuffled out, you never know what you're going to get. So it's a different experience each time you play. One of the things I think is really fun is there's actually kind of a checkbox on the rules of this game that has, it's kind of like unlocking achievement in a video game. So once you complete, let's say, you win the game with the rogue, let's say, you get to check that box off and say, I've won with the rogue. And you just, for all the different heroes, you have that. And as well as, there's the monsters, and then they flip over, there comes the monster kings. Same thing, you get to check off that box once you've completed the king version of each individual monster. So I found myself kind of addicted to playing this game over and over again, trying to check off all those boxes. I brought it to lunch today at my work, and I played 2 rounds of it. I got 2 wins, thank you very much. One was with an easy character, one was with a harder one, and it was just a lot of fun. And I think the key is it's so portable, it doesn't take up a lot of space on the table, there's not a lot of setup. Now, to be honest, I'm not a solo gamer. I don't do a lot of solo gaming. For me, solo gaming is kind of what you do when you want to play a board game, but you don't have any friends around to play it with you, or they're not available, or whatever. Or you just want that peace and quiet. But a lot of times, for me, at least in my personality type, I would rather just watch TV or play a video game or read a book if I have a solo time like that. So the only times I revert to solo games is if there's a game I really, really love and there's a solo version of it, and I wanted to give it a try just to see what kind of flavor it gives me. Or B, when the barrier to entry is extremely low. Setup and teardown is a breeze, that kind of thing. This fits the bill perfectly. The setup time is just shuffle a couple decks and you're going. Teardown is just put it back in the box. This is extremely accessible. It is a lot of fun. Each game takes about 10 minutes. And like I said, there's so much replayability and variety. And I also heard there's going to be a deluxe Kickstarter edition, which has even more heroes, even more monsters, a new kind of card called Overlords and Treasures. So I'm really excited to see what that's about. So this is, again, from Brian Garber. He has an Etsy store you can buy his stuff at. And also, like I said, there will be a deluxe version on Kickstarter coming up this month, I think, at the end of the month. So again, go to the comments at the bottom, or not the comments, but the description down below. Get your link to the giveaway. We are looking forward to giving away this, as well as one other game of his, to a lucky winner. All right, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. We've got all kinds of new video content coming out, unboxing, playthroughs, reviews, obviously. It's in our title, and some cool giveaways as well. So subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that kind of stuff. Also, we are on Facebook at Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. We are on Twitter at Ryan and Bethany1. We are on Instagram at Ryan and Bethany. We've got a blog on BoardGameGeek.com. It's called Pounds and Inches, where we talk about the kind of health journey that we're going on as well. So check out all those places. We would love to hear from you guys. All right, well, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.